Hi everybody, welcome again to Counselor Confidential. Today we're going to talk about the morning routine and how it's really important even before you enter the schoolhouse to set some time aside for yourself to collect your thoughts, get your agenda together, not just your school agenda for the day, but maybe also what you have personally that you want to do for the day after school ends for the day. And I'm going to show you some pictures of my routine, and you're going to hear me kind of talking through a lot of the things that I do in the morning. I have one specific thing I want to show you today, and that is just how to take that space and time for yourself, 10, 15 minutes, sometimes even 30, depending on your wake up time and how you set that in, really does make a difference to calming yourself and getting yourself in a healthy mental space before you now have to give of yourself going to campus and all that's involved with that. All right, so I will see you guys soon. It sounds so simple, but making your bed every morning has been shown to create great productivity. And keeping your bedclothes neat and handy for the next night. Having green tea or coffee in the morning with fruit tea as an option, and having your favorite honey on standby is always a plus. It's Christmas time, so the house is currently decorated for Christmas. Every morning I get up and this is my view. Since it is cold outside right now, I do spend my time inside with my morning routine, but I am going to show you what my outdoor patio routine is when it is warm enough. First, I open the blinds and head on out. And since I live in a warmer climate, this is an option for me. But being inside is also a good way to spend some time with yourself. What I like to do out here, I have a little garden, and in the garden is a great place where I set up my table, my pillows that have inspiring messages on them, and a set of extra honey and cubes and tea. I also have a tea kettle outside, a teapot, and little teacups, which are really awesome for pouring and having a great extended session of think time with a serenity candle to boot. Again, just making time to show you the blooming tea that I use sometimes, honey, an extra one I keep out here, as well as a stir. These items I keep clean and put back at the end of my session. This is time that I now spend reading as my option. I absolutely love it. And there's my green tea that helps me get through my calming session. Hi guys, Christina here. So now that you've seen my routine, one of the things that I really wanted to focus on is just like 3 or 4 points that I think will really kind of solidify it for you guys. So the first thing for this day set routine, this calm down routine, to remember is view to pursue, okay? So I want you to think about how you're gonna view your day. And that's the whole purpose of this, is you take that time, whether it's reading a book, which is what you saw me do, or coloring, setting a goal for yourself, setting an intention. What is most important there is as you're doing these little things, drinking your tea or coffee, making your bed, what you're doing in each of those moments is taking time to think, what is my main goal or intention for the day? And that is what's going to drive you with that alone time that you've had once you're around people and have to perform, to be able to pursue those things effortlessly because they've already been set in your mind in a calm space. So that's the number one thing, and that's why I started doing this, is so that you can focus yourself without other people in your head, without other people talking to you, and in your own silo, so to speak. So view to pursue, that's the number one thing. View and pursue, okay? The second thing is make time to take time. We have more time than we think. I used to work in ABA before I came to school counseling as a profession. And one of the things that I noticed, there's a ton of time that you have that you don't realize you have. And in that time, you can definitely do a lot more. I mean, we had so many things that we were set out to do for our clients working in home, or for the parents, or for both. That when you go into another profession and you have other things that you have to accomplish in the same amount of time, you realize, gee, I had all this time. And that's probably happened for all you guys in different ways. So make time to take time. You always have time. I have 15 to 20 minutes that I make sure that I set aside, so that way I can have that alone time. So AJ is the only thing that is a set for sure thing in the morning, has to happen all the time. So my dog he and I have to get our walk in, and then he has to get his food. And I then have to get myself ready. So knowing those things and knowing the timing on that, and it's different for all of you, then I purposely set myself to do that before I get my day started with his walk. So about 5:45, that routine starts, sometimes 6 o'clock. And then I have 15 minutes, and then he and I get started. We go walking, get the food going, and then from there, right? Some of you pick out your clothes the same day. Some of you guys maybe did it the night before. Whatever that routine is, you need to know what that is for yourself, so that you can go ahead and develop some alone time within that routine, so you have the time you need before you go out. So make time to take time. That's the second one, okay? The third thing I would say that's really important to make sure that this routine works for you is, we're talking about mental health, right? Okay, guys, sometimes you start things and sometimes you kind of beat yourself up because that didn't work out the way you wanted. I want you guys to give yourself permission to break and remake, okay? So break and remake is the third thing that I would put up there. You can break this routine, remake it in a way that makes sense for you. We go through life changes. We have things that are due at work. We have things that are due with our family, right? Make it work for you and be okay with that. It's not a failure. It's actually a growth process, which we teach our kids, right? So consider that. The fourth thing, relax and take the day as it comes, okay? As soon as you get out that door, it's like permission. It seems like the word is out. She's relaxed. So now let's go and start, kind of taking all the problems to her, or taking all of the different situations start to come up, right? As soon as you get into that state. But the point is, now that you've set that intention in your mind, you've had your me time, you've read a book, colored, had tea, relaxed, right? Now what you do is you take that mindset, this is my purpose and my goal for today. Now nothing is going to break me from that purpose and goal. So as things come, let them come, because situations come. But your response to it is going to be now relaxed, we hope. A little bit more focused, we hope, right? And what you'll start to see too over time is, what I've seen too, is that things just tend to just come to you. They just come to you, and they come in a more relaxed state because you're more relaxed. So notice that, right? Takes 21 days to build a habit. I myself have just started this. I'm not quite in the third week yet. So along with you guys, I'm curious to see where you're at, but so far so good. My attitude and my mindset, it helps quite a bit. Take things as they come, just be flexible, because that's what we do in our role, and just be relaxed in that process. Just know that things will get done when they are, and you will help and be that responsive person that you want to be in the role that you want to be in. And I hope that this helps a lot, guys. I hope that this has kind of helped with some of the mental and physical demands that happen to us. Next week, what I want to do is cover a piece of nutrition that I think has helped a lot, which is a big deal in our profession. You don't always get time to eat, or how you eat, or what you eat, and it does affect you. So I want to cover some of what I use to get through the day and how I do that. And that helps me physically with the role. And I'm curious to see what everybody else has to say about their routines or what they've developed. But for now,